Rick Santorum was on Chuck Todd's Meet the Press, and they were talking about the Supreme Court gay marriage rulings. And basically, Chuck Todd brought up the issue of what Mike Huckabee had said when it comes to the ruling, that he would ignore the Supreme Court, and he decided to ask Rick Santorum if he would do the same. Check it out.
The court rules that the 14th Amendment requires states to recognize same-sex marriage, that the states should act to disregard the ruling. As you know, this ruling is going to come down in perhaps 3 or 4 weeks, could happen as early as next week. Do you agree with Mike Huckabee on that one?
Well, I think the Supreme Court has, as an equal branch of government, the ability to overrule Congress and the president. They do it all the time. But I also feel it's the role of the Congress and the president to push back. I mean, I think it's important that they are understood to be equal branches of government. I think it's important to understand that the Supreme Court doesn't have the final word. It has its word. Its word has validity. But it's important for Congress and the president, frankly, to push back when the Supreme Court gets it wrong.
So I assume then Rick Santorum would be in favor of overturning Citizens United. He's actually kind of right in a way. I think that if you do disagree with the Supreme Court, it is your, I guess it's your duty to push back against that on some things. And this is a situation where I think, obviously, Rick Santorum is wrong. Gay marriage is a civil right. And that is up to the courts to determine based on the Constitution. And that's where Rick Santorum goes wrong. Now, where Citizens United goes wrong is the fact that they think money is speech. That's giving rights to multinational corporations to influence our politics. That's giving rights to non-human persons. Whereas, expanding gay rights and gay marriage. And look, the Supreme Court, a lot of people seem to get this wrong. The Supreme Court isn't saying gay marriage is illegal, okay, with any sort of ruling. They're just saying the states can't ban it, effectively making it legal, but not enforcing it, not saying you all have to make it legal. You just can't make it illegal. It's really kind of the same effect, but they're spinning it as the Supreme Court is dictating marriage. No, it's just saying that you can't ban it on the state level. So let's get that straight. But anyway, Rick Santorum still hadn't quite answered the question, and so he's gonna answer it now.
So will you accept the Supreme Court ruling if they legalize same-sex marriage for the entire country? Do you accept that ruling, or do you fight it?
Well, of course I'd fight it. That Roe versus Wade was decided 30-some years ago, and I continue to fight that because I think the court got it wrong. And I think if the court decides this case in error, I will continue to fight as we have for on the issue of life. I mean, that's the role of a citizenry. We're not bound by what 9 people say in perpetuity. We have an obligation and a right in a free society to push back and get our Congress and our president and rally the American public to overturn what the court wants to do.
He's sort of right on the wrong things. I kind of hate it when that happens. Because here he is saying, look, it's if the Supreme Court gets it wrong, we as citizens have the right and the duty to pressure the president and the Congress to take a look at what the Supreme Court is doing and saying, hey, that's we don't quite agree with that. There has to be a way that we can overrule. We can use our system of checks and balances. I really wish he would actually try to advocate for something that would actually help Americans. Once again, going back to the issue of money in politics, that's what I would want to do. I think that's what a lot of us are pushing for. Now, we know when it comes to money in politics, that going through the president and going through Congress is ineffective. That's why Wolfpack and other places are trying to go right to the Constitution to create a constitutional convention. As far as gay marriage, it will be the law of the land. So we don't have to go that far. It's already being decided. Gay marriage bans are already being considered unconstitutional under the 14th Amendment, and that's a good thing because I think at the end of the day, equality wins for all, and that's the way it should be. So sorry, Rick Santorum, you're not going to get your way, but don't worry, it's not going to hurt you. and it's not going to affect you at all. So don't worry. Everything's going to be okay, Rick.